Get ready to witness the art of denial as we break down the most electrifying blocks of the 2023-24 season. Whether it's Patrick Williams rising up to challenge the league's best, Nikola Vucevic anchoring the paint, or Alex Caruso defying gravity, these Bulls are on a mission to shut it down. Welcome to Chicago Bulls News, your go-to source for the latest updates on the Windy City's favorite team. We've got you covered with breaking news, trade rumors, and in-depth analysis of everything Bulls. From United Center to the front office, we're bringing you the inside scoop. Hit subscribe and let's talk Bulls basketball. Today we're breaking down the art of rejection, and I'm not talking about your DMs. We're talking about the Chicago Bulls' most jaw-dropping blocks from the 2023-24 season. First up, we've got the man, the myth, the legend Patrick Williams. Remember that game against the Celtics in November? Williams came out of nowhere to absolutely demolish Jason Tatum's layup attempt. The United Center erupted, and even Tatum had to give a nod of respect. That block set the tone for the Bulls' defensive intensity all season long. But Williams wasn't done there. Fast forward to January, and we've got a nail-biter against the Lakers. LeBron James, driving to the hoop with that freight train momentum we've all come to fear. But Williams? He said, "Not in my house." The block was so clean, you could eat off it. That play sealed the game for the Bulls and had Magic Johnson tweeting about it for days. Now, let's talk about our big man in the middle, Nikola Vucevic. Vooch might not be known primarily for his shot blocking, but this season, he decided to change that narrative. Remember that triple overtime thriller against the Knicks? With seconds left in the second OT, Julius Randle thought he had an easy putback. Vucevic rose up like a phoenix and swatted that ball into the third row. The crowd went berserk, and it gave the Bulls the momentum to close out in the third overtime. But Vucevic's block party wasn't just a one-night affair. Throughout the season, he consistently used his basketball IQ to be in the right place at the right time. His timing on help-side defense improved dramatically, leading to a career high in blocks per game. Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? But Phillips wasn't just about the flashy plays. His defensive instincts and ability to recover on switches made him a coach's dream. By the end of the season, he was regularly getting crunch time minutes, thanks in large part to his shot-blocking prowess. Now, let's talk about a player who really stepped up his defensive game this season, Zach LaVine. Known primarily for his offensive firepower, LaVine made it a point to improve his defense, and boy, did it show in the block department. There was this game against the Warriors in March. Stephen Curry thought he had LaVine beat on a step-back three, but Zach's improved lateral quickness allowed him to stay with him. As Curry released the shot, LaVine stretched out those long arms and got just enough of the ball to send it off course. The look of shock on Curry's face was priceless. But LaVine's most impressive block of the season came in a crucial playoff game against the 76ers. With the Bulls down by 1 and only 10 seconds left on the clock, James Harden drove to the basket for what looked like a game-sealing layup. Out of nowhere, LaVine swooped in from behind, pinning the ball against the backboard. The Bulls recovered, pushed the ball up court, and LaVine himself hit the game-winning three. Talk about a two-way player. Now, we can't talk about blocks without mentioning the heart and soul of the Bulls' defense, Alex Caruso. The bald Mamba might not have the height of some of his teammates, but what he lacks in size, he more than makes up for in timing and tenacity. One of Caruso's most memorable blocks came against his former team, the Lakers. In a tight fourth quarter, Anthony Davis received a lob pass that looked destined for a thunderous alley-oop. But Caruso, giving up nearly a foot in height, somehow rose up and met AD at the rim. The ball went flying into the stands, and the United Center lost its collective mind. It was a David versus Goliath moment that perfectly encapsulated Caruso's never-say-die attitude. But it wasn't just the highlight reel blocks that made Caruso so valuable. His ability to get into passing lanes and disrupt opponents' offensive sets led to countless deflections and altered shots. The energy he brought on the defensive end was contagious, elevating the entire team's performance. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate some of the unsung heroes of the Bulls block party. Ayo Dosunmu, in his third year, really came into his own as a defensive stopper. His block on Trae Young's floater in the final seconds of a tight game against the Hawks showed just how far he's come. Even DeMar DeRozan, not typically known for his defensive prowess, got in on the action. His chase-down block on Cade Cunningham had shades of LeBron James in Game 7 of the 2016 Finals. It just goes to show that when the whole team buys into a defensive mindset, great things can happen. Now, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. The Bulls' commitment to defense, particularly their shot blocking, was a key factor in their success this season. They finished in the top 5 in blocks per game, a dramatic improvement from previous years. This defensive intensity allowed them to stay in games even when their shots weren't falling, and it created numerous fast break opportunities that energized the team and the crowd. Coach Billy Donovan deserves a lot of credit for instilling this defensive mindset. In post-game interviews, players consistently praised Donovan's emphasis on help defense and proper positioning. The results spoke for themselves, as the Bulls' improved defense led them to a higher playoff seed than many experts predicted at the start of the season. But beyond the stats and the standings, these blocks represented something more. They were momentum shifters, energy boosters, and in many cases, game changers. Each swatted shot sent a message to opponents: nothing comes easy against the Bulls. As we wrap up this block party, let's take a moment to appreciate the evolution of this Bulls team. From the veteran leadership of Vucevic and DeRozan to the young energy of Williams and Phillips, from the two-way development of LaVine to the defensive wizardry of Caruso, this team showed that they can compete with anyone when they commit to defense. The 2023-24 season might not have ended with a championship, but it laid a foundation for the future. The identity of this team is clear: they're going to make you work for every single point. And with the young core continuing to develop and the veterans leading by example, the future looks bright for Bulls basketball. So, what do you think, Bulls fans? Which block was your favorite? Who do you think will lead the team in blocks next season? Let us know in the comments below. And that's a wrap on our Bulls block party. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow basketball fans. Don't forget to subscribe for more Bulls content, including player breakdowns, game analyses, and of course, more incredible highlights. Remember, in basketball as in life, sometimes the best offense is a good defense. Until next time, keep blocking those shots and chasing those dreams. Go Bulls!